Hi, it's Casey Berard from CaseyBerard.com, and I'm doing a Mindful Monday series on my favorite. I'm going to call them spiritual books, but they're my go-to books when I can't get a hold of my acupuncturist, Reiki master. It's midnight or 3 in the morning and I can't sleep and I need some grounding and some connection and that sort of thing. Or they're books that have changed my life and helped guide me and strengthen muscles on my trajectory to where I want to go. So I've already started. In the video series, I've talked about David Richo and Louise Hay. And this week is actually I think this is a funny story, okay? This is the second, maybe third copy of this book that I've owned. It's Byron Katie's Loving What Is. So I got this book in hardcover practically when it first came out from my mom for Christmas. I read the back of it and I thought, oh, and I read the first chapter and I was in such a victim space that I gave the book away. I did not like what this woman had to say. She had 4 questions and a turnaround, and she made life sound so simple and so black and white, and I was so entrenched in the victim, persecutor, rescuer paradigm. I call it the power and control paradigm, that I did not want any of it. Because she was saying what I say now, which is let's have unwavering love and assertive boundaries, and let's take our power back. Let's meditate on thoughts. What an amazing idea, you know? So as I matured, I started being curious about her again, and I started being drawn to her again, and I dove deep into her theory. I wrote pages. I finally, because I didn't do that in the beginning either. She tells you to write the stuff down when you're meditating on the thoughts. I didn't write them down either. So now this book is dog tagged and underlined and loved the way all my books are loved. She actually inspired me with her idea of staying in your own business, and that led me to stay in your CB, which is stay in your current business, right? So I love this woman, and I would recommend, I can't even do her justice to start with this in a short video, but all her work, the work, is for free on thework.org. I love doing the meditation on questions and thoughts and statements. So feel free to drop me a line if you want to do that. Her 4 questions are, is it true? Can you absolutely know that it's true? How do you feel when you think that thought? Who would you be if that thought disappeared or you didn't think that thought? And then you actually, in the end, you take the statement and you turn the statement around, which is a little bit more complicated of a process. Maybe we'll go through that in another video series, because this is an excellent tool to have in your toolbox. Really great for emergencies, really great for crises, like when you're out in the middle of nowhere. You can just stop and say, is it true? So one of my thoughts are, I'm going to be a failure for my whole life, might be my thought. And I can just stop when I feel that I have that thought that's holding me back. Is it true? I'm going to be a failure for my whole life? And I might sit with it. Yeah, it's pretty true. And then she just invites you to sit with it a little bit longer and say, can you absolutely know that it's true that you're going to be a failure for the rest of your life? Absolutely. It's a tricky word there. No, I can't know that. And then I can just go, how do I feel when I'm thinking that thought? And I know right now when I think that I'm going to be a failure for the rest of my life, I just stop doing stuff. I feel horrible. I feel miserable. I get angry. I want to eat junk food or drink coffee for the whole day. It's gross. And then all of a sudden when I think the thought's going to disappear. Oh, okay. What do I do now? Where do I go now? So I'm simplifying it a lot, although you can do it with a really simple process, or you can do it with a longer process. But Byron Katie's Loving What Is, my favorite book by her is 1,000 Names for Joy, where her current partner, Stephen Mitchell, I believe his name is, talks to her about the Tao Te Ching, and she translates how she relates to it. Phenomenal, mind-blowing, deeply nourishing book too, but I lent that to someone. If you're the someone, I lent it to you. Can you return it to me? I love it. And I just found this. There's another little version. I got it at a little thrift store of Loving What Is, you know, and it just goes through basically a little short thing, and that's it, right? So it's amazing. Oh, and this is so awesome. I'm going to give you a heads up. On the back of this, it says Eckhart Tolle is loving her up. That's going to be next week's video. But stay tuned, okay? If you love this video, subscribe, like it, give me feedback, let me know that you want to hear more about spiritual books, and I will see you next Monday for Mindful Monday. Take care.